Let's do some makeup. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. I hope you are having a beautiful, wonderful day. It is a Monday, so let's get this day started out on the right path. I have on a gray shirt with green writing. So, do I want to do a green eye look? Do I want to do a blue eye look? Do I want to do a purple eye look? Do I want to do a red eye look? No. Okay. Let's get our shit together. Hold on, let me get a slug of water. Okay. Good morning, you guys. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great day. So let's talk about addiction and recovery. Y'all ready? So first and foremost, I am posting a weight loss update for you guys. I was going through some old videos from 2020, and bitch, I can see my neck now, y'all, and I'm so fucking happy. I know that might sound really weird to some of you guys who have never been fat, but if you've been fat, you know what I mean, okay? My neck is coming back, honey. And it's just like such a good feeling to be able to see it. And it's such a good feeling to be losing weight. You know, because I've struggled for so many years with my weight, you guys. So many years. Since I got sober, I have been struggling with my weight, you know. I had an old friend from high school reach out to me today, and we were talking in DMs about sobriety and how I got sober. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, my way of getting sober, you know, isn't the 12-step AA way. I got sober through medication. Medication-assisted treatment helped me get sober from drugs and alcohol. And I think, you know, when people read my story, a lot of the times their first reaction, you know, is to judge me because they don't understand. They don't understand not, you know, being able to get sober on their own. Like I try to explain to people, you know, like I tried for over 10 years to get sober through abstinence-based sobriety. And I kept going in and out of these sober livings and in and out of these residential recovery treatment homes. And every time I would go in, I would get sober for about 6 months, okay? And then I would relapse. And so finally, you know, the doctor, my husband's doctor, sat me down and he said, why don't you try something different? Why do you keep trying to get sober through abstinence if it's not working for you, Nicole? You know, I've lost 11 pounds in 5 weeks. Why do you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? And I was just like, I don't know. Because that's what they told me I'm supposed to do. That's what they told me. They told me that this is the way to get sober, you know? And so, finally tried something different, and I'm so glad that I did. I'm also so glad that I went to the doctor and got diagnosed with diabetes and got to get on Ozempic to help me with my weight loss, you know? This year is going to be the year of getting myself back healthy again, you know? Hey, Angel, how are you doing, honey? Thank you. I have worked really, really hard to get to where I'm at in sobriety. And so if I can do that with drugs, then I can get sober, or then I can get skinny. I can lose weight, you know? It's 9 degrees here in Arkansas. Can y'all believe it? Let me show y'all the snow. Can y'all see it out there? No, snow. I said it's 9 degrees outside. It's the snow. I'm going to lower this heat, though, because I'm already burning up. Oh, really? 11 degrees. Wow. It is freezing all across the United States, huh? I called my friend Nick today. He lives in Florida, and it's 70 degrees in Florida. Oh, a bitch could only wish. Yeah, we wish, huh, guys? Oh my gosh. I don't mind the snow, but I don't want it to stay, you know? Because I can't drive in this kind of weather. I don't know how to. Oh, you live in Haskell? Hey, I'm in Little Rock. Okay. I know, the cold weather. So, anyway, I'm feeling really good this morning. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling beautiful. I'm feeling like I'm making progress on my weight loss journey. I'm making progress with everything in my life. Amy, I'm doing really good. I was just telling everybody I'm making so much progress on my weight loss journey. And I'm so fucking proud of myself, dude. Like, I'm so fucking proud of myself. You know, I've never felt better than I do right now. And I can't wait to feel even more better, you know? That's why, like, if you guys have been struggling with your weight, I highly recommend Ozempic. If you can get your insurance to cover it, it's really helping me so much. I just got done having lunch, and of course I had my normal salmon, which is my favorite thing to eat on my new weight loss journey. People, like, there was some people, like, trying to talk shit, like I'm over here just, like, stealing Ozempic from people that need it for weight loss, for diabetes. And I'm like, hold up. I'm diabetic, y'all. Like, it's like, but even if I wasn't and my doctor saw fit that I needed it for weight loss, then that's fine, you know? It is what it is. If somebody's struggling with obesity, which is a fucking addiction, you know, overeating, and they need medication to help them, then so be it, you know? Because obesity leads to diabetes. Obesity leads to heart disease. Obesity leads to, you know, having an accident and hurting yourself and falling down the stairs because your knees went out. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. I love this bronzer, you guys. It's so freaking pretty. Yeah, it's because it's snowing here. Periodontist. What is you mean periodontal disease? Well, I mean, if you lose a bunch of teeth, I suppose it would. You do, Gary? Where do you live, honey? Manila, where's that at? Is that by Little Rock? Canadian Korean accent. What? What? You're trolling, Cade. You're trolling, honey. Y'all crack me up. Y'all are so fucking crazy, I swear. Hey, open mind. I have 50% bone loss in my top and bottom jaw, so I understand, baby. I have the same thing. I can't tell that my face shape has changed, but I'm sure if you kind of look back at pictures over the years from when you were a kid, that you might be able to tell a little bit of a difference. But yeah, I have the same thing. Don't feel bad. Just start trying to floss. Try to floss after every meal. Use a water pick. I do all these things, okay? I use a water pick. I floss after everything I eat. I use a water pick. What else do I do that helps me with my teeth? Oh yeah, I use the Guru Nanda pulling oil. That also helps a lot. So, 26 days, that's amazing. I'm really proud of you. Good job. Yeah, pulling oil is awesome, you guys. It has helped so much. It's helped a lot with, like, okay, so I'll give you an example. Back, I can't show you the teeth, but back here, I have some loose molars because of my gums pulling away from them so much. And I have been using the pulling oil, and it's really helping to heal my gums. It is a combination of the pulling oil and me flossing 3 times a day. So anytime I eat something, I brush my teeth and I floss. Okay? And when I tell you guys, because my gums are pulled away from my teeth so bad, that I have deep pockets. So I'll be flossing and I'll pull huge ass chunks of food from underneath my teeth. So I'm telling you, if you could floss as much as you can after you're eating food, because that's what's helping me with mine. I've been flossing and I have been using, like I said, the pulling oil, and that has really been helping me a lot. But yeah, so also, since I have started doing the flossing as much as I do, it has stopped, my gums have stopped bleeding. They used to bleed so bad, it would look like somebody punched me in my mouth, okay? And so I started flossing frequently, and that has really helped my gums to get used to it and to heal. So, yeah. You have to be consistent with it, though. You can't just like floss a couple times or whatever. You have to do it consistently. I have a dentist appointment. Actually, I think it's this week. I need to look on my calendar. And hopefully when I go in to see her, she's going to tell me, she can tell that I've been doing my stuff, because I've been working really hard on trying to stay consistent with my teeth. Pulling oil, it's coconut oil. And it has a minty flavor, and it is like really good and it's like an antiseptic and it helps get rid of like germs and stuff like that. And I don't really know a lot about it. There's a lot of people who talk about it here on TikTok, though. Just look up pulling oil, and you swish it in your mouth for 5 minutes, or as long as you can. I started out at 5, swishing it for 5 minutes. And it's a weird texture because it's oil, it's coconut oil, but you'll be all right. Yeah, think of me, baby, when you floss. When you have periodontal disease like Listerine, you need more than just what Listerine and those kind of things. Like, we're talking about our gums are receded from our teeth. So this is your tooth, okay? And then your gum, let's say your gum is right here, okay? Like normally. With me, my gums are down here. So I have all this tooth exposed that should be underneath the gum. And when I eat, food gets stuck underneath here. So I have been using pulling oil and flossing to help with that. Because I don't want to be in dentures soon. No offense to anybody that has dentures. I just don't want to get my teeth pulled,
Yeah, I don't think anybody does. And if they do, that's weird.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of these suckers.
What story y'all want to hear about today?
No. Lay back down. You can go sleep. Go sleep. You need to go outside, Taco? What are you doing? You just want me to rub you?
Hold on.
What? The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard on Lifetime now?
Yeah, babe, we watched it.
Night documentary event. I know. I didn't know that was on Lifetime. I thought
We paid for it. We watched it on Prime. When did I get diagnosed with what? Periodontal disease? Oh, God, years ago. But I really started doing something about it recently because I went to the dentist because I lost a tooth. Excuse me, I lost my front tooth. So, oh, God, Cy from Duck Dynasty. Oh, God, here we go. I'll tell y'all the story about Cy from Duck Dynasty. So, I had been on a bender, okay? I had been over at my friend Tara's house, and I had been shooting up, and when I walked into her house, I had been hallucinating, okay? And I was walking in there, and when I got inside the house, I saw all these Roxy pills on the ground. There was no Roxys on the ground. Roxys are little blue pills, M30s, okay? And so I see all these M30s on the floor. So what did I do? I grabbed them. I grabbed what I thought was the Roxy 30s, and I put them in a spoon, and I shot them up. Well, you guys, you know what I shot up? Cat hair, dirt, fucking feces, who knows what all I put in that. It was disgusting because I was hallucinating. There was really no pills. No, this was back before there was pressed fentanyl pills. I never did fentanyl, y'all. At least not this. I was addicted to drugs before fentanyl was on the scene in Arkansas. So these were the real Roxy 30s. I've never done a pressed pill. So anyway, whatever I picked up off of the ground in my hallucination, I put it in a spoon and I shot it up. And I kind of over exaggerate. I say, oh my gosh, and 10 minutes later it was probably, God, I don't know how many minutes later, but it was a couple, it was a while later, I started to get really, really sick. Like I had a horrible fever, okay? My face turned blood red. I started sweating like a whore in church, okay? And I started getting really, really sick, okay? Like freaking out sick. And so I don't know what prompted me to walk outside, but I decided that I was sick and I needed to go outside. Maybe I wanted to get fresh air. I don't know. So I walked outside, and just imagine me. Like talking to people that aren't there, wailing my hands in the middle of the street. Like I look like a whole ass hot mess, okay? I look like a crazy person, a person who is not in their right mind, okay? And I'm talking to people that aren't there, and I'm waving my hands around, and the next door neighbor sees me. She sees me in the middle of the road, flailing my arms around and talking to people that aren't there. So she calls 911. She's like, honey, come over here. So she waves me over, and in between my psychosis hallucinations and reality, I can like talk to people, right? Like I come in and out of it. So she's like, come here, girl, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I told her, I said, listen, I'm a drug addict, and I shot up some dope at my friend's house, and I'm really sick. Like, I don't know what's going on. I think I'm having an allergic reaction. Hey, Boston, I don't know why this is happening, but I'm not in a good space, She was like, well, I called the cops. So a police officer pulls up, okay? Police officer pulls up. He's like, hey, girl, are you all right? And he notices that I'm not all right because I'm not talking, like I'm not making any sense, right? I'm trying to talk to him, but I'm not really talking to him. Like I'm talking gibberish. So he calls an ambulance, okay? And y'all don't hate ambulances I've rode in when I was high on drugs. Lord. So many that they used to take my state taxes. Sure did, because I had so many motherfucking hospital bills. A bitch didn't even get her state taxes for like, how many years, Neil?
As long as I've known you.
As long as he's known me, they took my state taxes every year. So anyway, I get in the ambulance and they take me to St. Vincent's, okay? So I'm in St. Vincent's, and it makes me so mad that how they did me. They leave me in the waiting room. They leave me in the waiting room in full-fledged meth psychosis hallucinations, and I'm sitting there and I'm seeing people that are not really there, right? I'm seeing not Cy from Dexter. I see Joe. So I used to date this guy named Joe. Okay, Joe had one leg. Okay, he had a whole ass fake leg. I didn't know he had a fake leg until we were in the middle of getting frisky with each other, and he pulled his pants off and pulled his fake leg off. Okay, that's how out of my mind I was 24/7, 7 days a week in my active addiction, okay? I would just be like, woohoo, you know? And so I was seeing Joe, like I thought Joe was inside of this trash can. I swear to God on the Bible. I'm sitting in the emergency room and there is a green trash can on wheels and Joe is inside the trash can and he's rolling from side to side in the emergency room and I'm talking to him, you guys. I'm talking to him. I'm standing up. I'm knocking on the windows. I'm flailing around. And so they're like, this girl is fucking crazy. So they pull me and they put me in a room. Okay? They put me in a room to get me out of the main entrance of the hospital. Because I'm acting so crazy that it's like people are starting to go, is she okay? So they put me in my own little emergency room area, in my own room. And that's when they come in and they're like trying to get me to like sign paper to go into, like to be held, right? To be held there for 72 hours. And I'm like, bitches, I'm not going on a fucking 72-hour hold. Y'all ain't keeping me here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And so that's what I did. I took my fucking gown off. I had a pair of boxers and a t-shirt on. I left my Nike flip-flops there and I fucking hightailed it ass walking down the street. Okay? By this time, I'm walking down the street and it's like 10 o'clock at night. Okay? And I'm walking down Markham Avenue in Little Rock, Arkansas. And every car that passes by me, I swear to God, they're screaming at me. I swear to God, they're propositioning me for sex. So I grab a stick off the side of the road. I was so scared. I remember this like it was yesterday. I remember being so scared that somebody was going to try and rape me. Like I thought men were coming after me and I was waving the stick around walking down the road. Okay, I had a mission though. I was on a mission to get to Kroger because Kroger is where I worked and it was right down the street. So I was on my way to go to Kroger so I could walk upstairs and use the phone. And so I got all the way down to Kroger, which was probably a good 3-mile walk, okay? And I get down there and I call my sponsor. She was not my sponsor at that time, but we were really close friends and I knew I could call her and she would know what was happening. I could tell her, you know, hey, I've been up for a couple days. I'm not in a good way. Will you guys come get me? I said, you need to bring your husband because I need him to get my car. And so she came and got me. And her husband, we went to my friend Tara's house and they got my car from Tara's and he drove it home and I rode home with her. We got home and I was supposed to rest. I was supposed to lay down and go to sleep, you know? Yeah, right. Okay. So I probably closed my eyes for 30 minutes and it was the next day. I swear to God, it was 6 a.m. Okay. And we were down off of in Southwest Little Rock. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go over to Gerald's house. Gerald was one of my using buddies. Him and my friend Barry and Darren, they all lived in this trailer out there. And so I got in my car and I drove down to their house. Well, once I got to their house, I continued shooting up Roxy's because they had a bunch of Roxy's at their house and taking Xanaxes and just chilling at the house, but really not chilling because, see, I'm hallucinating the whole time and everybody else is regular, okay? They're all regular and I'm the one who's like out of my mind asking people if they see this, if they see that. That's where I was in the man cave. So we called it the man cave, but it was really this back room in the trailer where we would all go. And it had like a big sectional, a recliner, a TV, and then we would all shoot up back there. And so I went back in the man cave and plopped down on the recliner. And that's when I started to see Cy from Duck Dynasty in the air vent of the trailer. Okay? So picture this. The trailer's air vents, this was the ones that had the air vents in the ceiling, okay? So I'm sitting on the damn recliner, okay? And I'm talking to Cy. He's talking to me. He's in the air vent. And this is what I had thought in my mind. So I thought that Cy from Duck Dynasty had the recliner on a catapult. And there was a rope tied to the catapult holding the recliner to the catapult. And Cy was jumping in and out of this vent with a switchblade, and he was going to cut the rope, and the catapult was going to catapult me and the recliner out of the top of this trailer. I sat there for 6 hours. 6 hours arguing back and forth with somebody that wasn't there. Okay, thinking that I was frozen in fear. Okay, thinking that he was going to send me flying through the top of this trailer. Okay, don't ask me why. Now, at this time, Duck Dynasty, I was watching all that reality TV. So that's why I think he was in my psychosis. That's why I think I hallucinated him, because I was really into watching that show at that time. And this was back in like 2000 and, like I said, 2010? No, 2011. And so I was really into watching Cy from Duck Dynasty back then. I would like watch it when I fell asleep and shit like that. And so I sat there, like I said, for hours and talked to this imaginary person that wasn't there. Okay? So finally, I got up the courage to get off of the recliner, right? To leave the recliner. I was so afraid that he was going to send me to the stars or something. So I got off the recliner and I went in the living room and I told my friend Gerald, I said, man, I'm really fucking struggling. I cannot sleep. Do you have anything? Do you have a Xanax? Do you have anything that can help me sleep? And he was like, yeah, I've got some Seroquel. And that's when he gave me a 100 milligram Seroquel pill. Bitch. That was the worst thing that could have happened. So I took the Seroquel and I went and I laid down in the bed with Barry and Darren. They were boyfriends. So I laid down in the middle of them and I was like, I'm going to lay down with you guys. You know, help me. Please help me fall asleep. I'm scared. I was scared, you guys. I was really scared. They were like, it's okay, girl. Come lay down. And I laid down with him. Y'all, I didn't even make it 10 minutes laying down in the bed with Barry and Darren. And I was out of there. I was out of there. Walking down the street. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking down the street and I see this little old lady's trailer, okay? And to me, when I see the lady's trailer, I see all these weed brownies piled on top of her trailer front porch. And I'm like, oh shit, dude. We're going to go to jail. I got to get that shit off her fucking trailer house, right? So I go over, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I grab a stick out of the woods, and I am trying to sweep this lady's porch to get all these weed brownies off her porch, okay? And she comes and she pokes her head out the window. Damn, my dog bit me and broke my skin right there. Pokes her head out the window. This is so good if you guys like perfume oils. Sugar Cookie Perfume Oil by Sugar Milk and Company. So she sticks her head out the window, and I know she's freaking the fuck out, right? She is freaking the fuck out. So I'm like, hey, you know, just trying to get this weed off your front porch. So she calls 911, all right? She calls 911. This is my lingering combination. And the 911 cop comes. Cop shows up. I swear to God, he pulls his gun on me. So the minute he pulls up, I'm like this. Bobbing and weaving. I'm trying to like not get hit. I think he's going to shoot me. He ain't shooting me. He ain't even pull his gun, y'all. He called my mom. I had my phone with me. Now, I keep on getting this part of the story messed up because I forgot if I had my phone or not. But the only way he would have been able to call my mom is if I either had my phone or if he asked me for the phone number. But I just don't think that I would be able to remember my mom's phone number in that hallucination. So I must have had my phone with me. So he took my phone and went through my contacts and called my mom. And that's when my mom told him, my daughter is a drug addict, struggles with addiction. Please take her to the emergency room. Please don't take her to prison or jail. You know, don't take her to jail. It's not going to do anything. She just got out of prison in 2010. So she needs help. She needs treatment. And so he was like, okay. And he called 911. And an ambulance. That's the second ambulance in less than 48 hours. An ambulance shows up. And when that ambulance driver pulled up, you guys, I was so scared of that dude. I thought that he was trying to shoot me up with cocaine. He wasn't. He was just trying to get me in the fucking ambulance safely. So they finally got me to get in the ambulance, okay? And when I got in there, Lord have mercy on my soul. They took me to a different hospital, not the same one I was at the first time. And I got to the hospital, and that's when my hallucinations got even worse, dude. And I remember all this because my hallucinations are so real when I'm having them. So I'm in my own room. They put me directly in my own room. Okay? They put me in my own room, and I'm in my emergency room, and I'm sitting on the bed, okay? And I am seeing my boss from Kroger, Mr. Maxwell. I see Miss Brewer. I see Miss Marva and Miss Frida, the two little black ladies that taught me how to fry chicken. I mean, I'm talking to everybody from my job at Kroger, but there's really nobody there, okay? Then that's when the nurse and the doctor came in, and they decided to give me a shot of Thorazine and a shot of Halidol, okay? They said, this will put her out. This will knock her ass out, right? Honey, it didn't knock me out. I got even more fucked up. So they came back about 45 minutes later, and I'm still fucked up. I'm still awake, right? So that's when they decided to give me another shot. And that is when I went into a coma. So basically, they put me in a drug-induced coma by accident. They didn't mean to. That was not their intention. Their intention was to get me to go to sleep. What ended up happening was, because of all the drugs that I had in my system, when they gave me that second round of Thorazine and Halidol, it started to make my internal organs shut down. And I went into a coma, and I was in a coma for 7 days. My mom and dad showed up. When I woke up on the 7th day, my mom looked at me and she said, do you know how long you've been in here? I said, no, how long? And she said, you've been in a coma for 7 days. And that's when I was like, oh, really? I got to get the fuck out of here. I want to get high. And that's when I knew I really fucked up, because I wanted to get out of there so I could go use again. I didn't care that I had been in a coma. I didn't care that I had almost died. And my mom and dad were so devastated. My mom, because they thought they were going to come there and I would go, okay, take me to treatment. No. I said, I got to find my car. I got to get the fuck out of here. So I had my mom drive me to go get my car from Gerald's house. And I was back on the street getting high. Not less than 24 hours later. And I didn't get sober until 2015. That was in 2011. So, I really, really had a problem, you guys, with drugs. And I was just very, very addicted to injecting drugs.
I think he's going to have to tinkle pretty soon.
Okay.
Those pads are right there.
I was very, very addicted to shooting drugs up. Hey, Ryan. What's up, sweetheart? You need to go potty, Bubba's? Oh, you are going potty. That's okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Rocky. Rocky Balboa Pludre. I love you. You want to say hi to everybody, my babies? Come on, my little peeps. Say hi, everybody. This is my baby. His name is Rocky Balboa. The reason why I named him Rocky Balboa is because he's a fighter. Right? He likes to fight. He's the sweetest boy, too. Okay. So, for many years, my addiction ruled my life completely. I could not see a light at the end of the tunnel. I never thought I would get sober. I thought I was going to die with a needle hanging out of my arm. My son is the real reason why I got sober. And he's the reason why I am alive today. Because he gave me purpose. Because I don't know why I was like this. I don't know why my self-esteem was so low. I don't know why I didn't love myself. I wish I could tell you guys answers to those, things. But I didn't. And when I had my son, he gave me purpose and he gave me somebody to love. Because I didn't love myself at all. Not one single bit. I hated my life. I hated my life and I hated myself. It is what it is, but now I'm learning to love myself. And that's really all I can do now is just, learn to love myself and hopefully help my son love himself so he doesn't have the same struggles I did. And that's like my main objective is to help my baby boy be a confident human being, If I could go back and change anything, I would have asked for help a lot sooner with my mental health. But I just didn't know, back then that was the issue. I didn't realize how to fix my issues. We live and we learn, right? We live and we learn. So, all right. Okay, so now we're going to do my mascara and a little bit of highlighter. A lot of people ask me, like, what was the one thing that made you start using drugs? And honestly, it was my weight. I struggled with my weight ever since I was a little girl. And that's one thing I'm trying to help my son to understand is how important it is to eat healthy, because you don't want to have to struggle with your weight. You don't want to have to be in that struggle, because it sucks. It sucks. It sucks struggling. It sucks being uncomfortable in your own skin. So I'm trying to help my little boy with that now. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to do a little bit of mascara, and that's all we're going to do for today. But yeah, where's my baby at? Did you get in your cage? You're such a good boy. Look at this good boy, y'all. Look at how amazing he is. Oh, he jumped out. He jumped out. You are the most amazing boy, Rocky. Rocky. Such a good boy. Love him so much. But look at the snow, you guys, outside. Like, it really doesn't snow in Arkansas like this, so it's kind of crazy. And also, there's Paquito. Say hi, Paco. Say hello. I'm an old man. I'm a little old man. I'm 40, almost 42. I'll be 42 in March. I can't believe I've made it this long, y'all. And, like, I'm serious. Like, I used to think I would die addicted. I'm so grateful. Like, I think about it every day, that I thank God for giving me the courage to, get my shit together. I thank God for, giving me the strength to turn my life around and get sober for my son, because that's what saved my life is my son. I'm never going to shoot y'all wrong or tell you all the wrong thing. Before my son was born, I didn't give a fuck about me, okay? I didn't care. Yes, I take Suboxone for opiate use disorder. But other than that, no. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke weed. I don't do pills. So before my son was born, I didn't care about myself at all. At all. Okay? I didn't want to be alive. Okay? And my son, like I said, he gave me a reason to live. And do I recommend going out and having a kid? No. But I'm just sharing with you guys why I changed and what helped me change. I advocate for Suboxone. I've been sharing my journey about being on subs since I got sober 8.5 years ago. A lot of people, judge people that are on medication-assisted treatment, but it's only because the only way that we have ever been taught to get sober is through abstinence. Okay? And so when that's all you've been taught and somebody else does it a different way, you think they're doing it the wrong way. No, it's just because you don't know any other way. Just like somebody who's like raised up in the Pentecostal religion, and then when they meet other people who are like Catholic or whatever, different religions, they're like, oh, that can't be right. No, it's just a different way, and that's what MAT has been for me. It's just a different way. A different way out of the madness. So, if you can't maintain sobriety, Gary, if you're struggling to maintain sobriety, then give it a try, because that's what helped me be able to maintain sobriety, I had been trying to maintain sobriety through abstinence for 10 years, and I kept going back to drugs. And so if you're not able to maintain sobriety in abstinence-based recovery, then absolutely 100% give subs a try. I always tell everybody to try to do it always. Try each way and see what makes it, what is the easiest for you, right? Try every avenue and find which one works for you. That's what I had to do. I tried every way there was. I tried methadone. I tried abstinence. I tried religion. I tried AA and NA. I tried, praying my addiction away. I tried Suboxone, and that's what finally ended up helping me the most. I have never in my life before Suboxone been able to put together more than 6 to 9 months of sobriety. It was when I finally got on subs that I was able to knock back 8.5 years, dude. 8.5 years. And I was addicted to stimulants and opioids and Xanax, So opioids weren't my only addiction. I have multiple addictions, okay? I was a polysubstance abuser. I wasn't just addicted to one drug. I was addicted to hella fucking drugs. Hella. And I was addicted to food as well. And so getting on Suboxone saved my life, and it can save your life as well. So don't listen to what anybody else says. If people want to judge you for that, fuck them. They don't have to live your life. Straight up. Right, Rocky? Right, my little chinga? What are you doing? People judge what they don't understand, So if somebody's judging you, you don't need them in your life. But this is today's finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed doing this makeup look with me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for another makeup look, okay? All right, love y'all. Be good.